We completed a couple of Stanley Parable things, but not all of them. There's much more to do, as far as I understand anyway. Stanley Parable! Yay! Begin the game again, because it didn't actually save. Which is something I didn't realise didn't happen. I haven't played it since we did the stream. I've been waiting. I've been itching to play it again, but I haven't streamed again. Not responding. Do. There we go. Responding again. I think Mitchum is here. He was here at some point.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Go watch the intro again too.
Stanley worked
for anybody who doesn't know it.
Building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And
we are playing Stanley Parable. Stanley was happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly...
It's really quiet. I can change that.
One single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, pause that. Let us increase the volume. That's probably better. Oh, I tried resuming the game in the OBS preview window. That's probably better volume-wise.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let me know if that is better. Painting. Jig has time. Country road, somewhere in England. It's good. Height.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
He did. He did.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yay. Goodbye.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Have I gone that way? Yes, I have. But I haven't crossed it. Let's go this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while in motion.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
There's a her? Oh, that changes
This is it,
things.
Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Bye, Gamer Zest. That's incredibly dark in there. Oh,
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Hey, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
I don't...
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh. This is taking a dark turn. Hello, wife. You look particularly hairless today.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
No. Good morning, employee 427. Press J on your keyboard. I refuse. D. Okay. U, K, N, M, H. I don't think I have a choice here.
Stanley
J.
is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Press 8.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
9.
But in his mind, in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
I. To watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
M.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
M.
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
Hey.
he began to fill it with
There
many
was a kitchen
possible
there.
paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
This may be the last time I see you, wife. But I love you.
But there is
It
no
was.
answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
P to go to sleep. That's gonna get rid of my bed.
And I'm trying to tell him this. That
Oh, I
in
made a
this
computer.
world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
I want to push it now. I'm not going to. I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to push the button. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to push the button. I don't want to. I refuse. I refuse. I don't know if we have a choice. Well, now I just want the game to continue. Oh, I can crouch. That's exciting. I've never been able to crouch before. M.
You see?
Yeah.
Can you just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
O. Or 0.
I suppose I can't.
One or the other.
Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again. And
What?
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I
That's weird. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Hey now.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Didn't it used to turn right before? Did it used to turn right before? Have I gone crazy? It used to turn right before. I swear it used to turn right before. Hello.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, I will. Meeting room.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I think I've been upstairs. I'm not sure if I've been downstairs yet. Oh, I have been downstairs. Yeah, that was the crazy thing that just went round and round, and the narrator talked forever. Okay, we're gonna go upstairs. Screw that downstairs. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley could get incredibly by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad. Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yeah, we went down that way before. So let's go this way. Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
we were up there
horrible
before.
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Which one was Ardsby? Are they going to change back some numbers at some point? I know ours was 427. And it's somewhere over there. 427. Show me the things. That's our office, right in the middle there. Fired? Sucks to be you.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What if I press them? Mind control status upline. I want to control somebody's mind. Offline. Disabled. Offline, offline, offline. Locked. Weird spinny light things. Number 5. There's another button up there somewhere. Number 1. That's number 4? Yeah, I think so. 1, 2. 3. 4. 5. Nothing. Aha, okay. Let's go into the power control, I guess.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
So, you mean turn it on? On.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yes.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Oh,
I was just
Stanley,
curious.
I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. What precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going.
1.
What all this means, I barely know
2.
where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you
I missed
exactly
3.
what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your
3.
office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though.
4.
This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
I don't want to let the timer go off. Oh god, we only got 30 seconds.
Will be even better.
5.
My goodness.
That
only
didn't turn off.
34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
I thought that would turn off the controls.
I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional
these are telling me things.
seconds.
3.
Time doesn't grow on trees.
Yes.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing
3.
right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something
3.
in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you.
3.
Running from button to button, screen to
Oh,
screen,
blue.
clicking on every little thing in this
What?
room. These numbered buttons. No, these
Yellow.
colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door.
What?
Everything, anything. Something here will save me. Why would you think
1.
that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this
Turquoise
place
1.
is?
Incorrect.
Stanley,
Purple 2.
you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
2.
To see you
Something
made
happened.
humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy
2.
it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being
No!
to pieces.
Big red
Will you
button.
cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me,
Go into the
I
middle.
will be
Go into the
laughing
middle.
every second
Maybe
of your
the middle is safe.
life from the moment we
Eh.
begin until the moment I say happily ever after.
Okay. Well, crap. We died.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
When
Let's
Stanley came
rush
to a set
through.
of 2 open doors,
Yep, well,
he
the
entered
door on the
the
left.
door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
The stream will be ending in a few minutes, so we're kind of quickly going through to see what else we can do.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication
That
of
was
any
nothing.
human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Damn it, game. I'm trying to rush because we've only got a few minutes. I gotta go. I got videos to edit and render and upload.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Damn it, game. Okay. Down. Okay. Forward. And right. And right. And left.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yep. Click.
The
Go.
lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Click. Go.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I have no plans to get a face cam.
This mind control facility, it It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't
for
be
various
true.
reasons I've discussed
Had
in
Stanley
the
really
past,
been under someone's control all this
in
time?
last live stream,
Was
and
this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his
in my statue
emotions
build
had
with
been
Good.
manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Okay, Packet
Here
of
was the
City.
proof, the
Well,
heart of
City
the
Power.
operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this
Bye, no apologies.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty.
There's something over there.
Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I don't trust it.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Beat the game! Did it. And that was the Stanley Parable. That, I guess, was the true ending? The actual ending, I guess? Anyway, I think I was going to do it for this stream today. It's nearly 3 o'clock, and that's when I end the streams anyway. So that shall do. Thank you guys for turning out to the stream. Very much appreciated. If you turned up late, the entire stream will be archived on YouTube. Or the interesting bits anyway, not the start of the stream where it's just some bit of music. But the entire stream will be archived on YouTube. Thank you to... I forget. Thank you to... Valsia, and no apologies for your donations. Very much appreciated. If you would like to donate, you can click on the minion below, or you can click on the PayPal link on any YouTube video. Donations go back towards the channel. They help me to improve the quality of my videos and do other new and exciting things. They also help me pay bills and stuff, because I don't get much money from YouTube. In fact, I don't get any right now until I actually do anything with my AdSense account. But that's waiting on Google and stuff. You know, you guys don't need to know that. It's all financy nonsense. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys for turning out. I will hopefully be streaming next Thursday as well, unless plans change. I'm hopefully going to be streaming every Thursday. That's the plan for right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty much it. I'll see you around too, Budgeroo. I'll be out and about today looking for a job. Bye guys. Thank you and stuff. Goodbye. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Goodbye now. Bye bye. Goodbye now.